Good morning students, I am Benil, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Punjasli College of Engineering. In this video class, I am going to teach you type checking. This is the last topic of our third unit. What is type checking? Type checking means when you are declaring the variable and if you are giving some type of that variable, that means if you declare integer, if you give integer value, that is type OK, correct type. If you declare integer, but if you give character value, that is wrong type. So this is checking is called as type checking. Okay. So type checking deals with the data type of variables. Okay, data type of variables. For example, integer data type, character data type, float data type, etc. And there is a two ways of type checking, that is static type checking and dynamic type checking. What is static type checking is during a compile time, the types are checked by the compiler, that is called static type checking. Okay, so integer, the character, these are the static type checking. During compile time, the types are checked, that is a static type checking. And what is dynamic type checking? During runtime, the type checking is a dynamic type checking. For example, array, list, these are the runtime type checking. That is a dynamic type checking. Clear? Right. So there is the three major types in a type checking you have to explain during examination. That is type checking for expression, type checking for statement, and type checking for control flow. Okay. So you know what is expression? Let us take this grammar. E tends to literal, E tends to number, E tends to ID, E tends to E1 and E2, sorry, mod E2, E tends to E1 of E2. Okay, this is the expression. So every expression have some type, okay, or semantic rule. This expression have some semantic rule or some type rule. Okay, for example, E tends to literal. How we will explain this as a semantic rule is E dot type equal to integer. Since it is character. Since it is literal, that is a character. Literals means anything, any string, that is a character. E dot number, E tends to number. So how we can declare or write a semantic rule for this is E dot type equal to integer. So if you use a semantic rule E dot type equal to integer, then the compiler will check the integer data type. Okay, so whatever the value you are giving variable E, that E variable should be integer. The semantic rule based on the semantic rule. Clear? Okay. Next, E tends to ID. So ID is a string what we are given. Okay. So for that they are using a parameter lookup. So E tends to ID means E dot type equal to lookup of ID dot entry. So we'll write the semantic rule like this. So whenever you see ID, then the keyword lookup should be used. Lookup. Why the lookup should be used is variables or values are saved where? In symbol table. Okay, symbol table. So when you give ID, automatically it's saved in symbol table. So that pointer should look up into the symbol table id.entry. Clear? Right. So E tends to E1 mod E2. So how we are writing this semantic rule is if E1 dot type equal to integer and E2 dot type equal to integer, then E dot type equal to integer. Okay, this two type is integer, then E dot type is integer, right? That's what else if one is integer, another one is character or some other data type, then E is not a error. E is not a integer data type, it is error. That's what we are writing a semantic rule as if E1 dot type equal to integer and E2 dot type equal to integer, then E dot type equal to integer, else E dot type equal to error. Okay, so this is for this expression, and this expression array E tends to E1 of E2. So how we are writing a type is if E2 dot type is integer and E1 dot type is array of st, this is the array value, calculation value, then E dot type is integer. Okay, else it is error. Clear? So this is the type checking for expression. So this is the expression grammar, this is the semantic rule. Based on the semantic rule, this type is checked by the compiler. Clear? And then type checking for statement. Let us consider two statements, S tends to ID E and S tends to if E then S1. The type checking is if id dot type equal to e dot type, id dot type equal to e dot type, then s dot type equal to void, else it is error. Okay, this is the semantic rule for statement. And if e then s1, if e dot type equal to boolean, then s dot type equal to the s dot type, this boolean, then s dot type, else it is error. I will give you one clear example. Boolean in the sense it is true or false. So when we use if statement, if this true, then go to, that means if s is true, then go to s1, that is the condition, right? That's what we are writing, like e dot type equal to boolean. If it is true, then s dot type, s1 dot type is s dot type. Okay, else it is s dot type is error. Clear? This is the type checking statement, and this is type checking for control flow. Let us take this as example grammar. S tends to if b s1, s tends to b s1 else s2, s tends to while is b of s1. So here we are using if else statement and while statement. And for control flow, how they are checking is, let us explain with one diagram. That is, let us take b as b dot code and s as s dot code. Okay, so s tends to if b s1. The concept is if b is true, then go to s1. That's all. Simple if statement. That's what we are writing, b dot code, s dot code. These two are statement. And if b is true, then go to s1. Else go to out. Okay, exit from the loop. That's what b dot true and b dot, we are using b dot true and b dot false. If b dot code is true, then it goes to s1. If b dot code is false, then it goes to outside of the loop. Clear? Just a diagrammatic representation is enough, but you have to go with SDD, this semantic rule also. Okay, that's let us check your notes. Then if b s1 else s2, what is the concept is, if b is true, go to s1, else if b is false, go to s2. That is the concept. Clear? So b dot code and s1 dot code as previous, as like previous, and b dot code is true, it goes to s1, else it goes to s2. That's what we are writing. B dot true, it goes to s1, b dot false means it goes to s2. Why we are using go to s dot next is, if it is true, go to perform the statement and go to next. I am writing as exit from the loop. If it is false, go to s2, then automatically it exit from the loop. Okay, so then while statement, you know, while condition while statement, first one is b dot code, s dot code, same, and it begin. Here I marked as begin. If this statement is executed, then it want to go to begin. Okay, first, because you know while loop, right? Whenever this condition becomes false, it goes to out. Otherwise, it want to execute, repeat this loop. That's what this. Okay, so type checking you have to explain. Type checking for statement, type checking for expression, type checking for control flow, and you should know what is type checking, and you should know the dynamic type checking and static type checking. Okay, thank you.